We decided that we would run a workshop for students in sixth forms in Oxfordshire. And the reason why we're doing this is to give a little bit back to the schools who are taking part in the UK Meningococcal Carriage Study that we're conducting.
We're trying to recruit 2,600 16 to 19-year-olds in Oxfordshire to have a throat swab done. We've approached schools and colleges across the county, so in order to say thank you to the schools and to give something back, we came up with this idea of offering them a workshop at Oxford Vaccine Group to which they could send 3 students from the sixth form to take part in a day finding out about the work of Oxford Vaccine Group. Good morning everybody. You have been invited to this emergency meeting today to help us to develop a response to a newly identified disease, cellulitis, which has been leading to a number of recent outbreaks.
We came up with an idea that if we created a fake disease and then try and get the students to find a cure for that disease by creating a vaccine and starting that vaccine from developing the vaccine right the way through to getting it to market would be a really neat idea for them.
What we're going to do now is we're going to try and talk to the patient and assess the patient and work out what symptoms they have in order to determine that it is actually cellulitis. Okay, so what can we see going on with this very ill patient? He's probably got a belly ache.
Oh, there's blood in my poo.
Blood in his poo. Okay, so you can just pick out the cards that denote those particular things.
It's really good to be able to invite students into our workplace and to introduce young people to this side of science and what we are doing in terms of clinical trials.
And you can imagine inside your stomach there's just like so many different bacteria.
The idea is that they start from the understanding how the disease affects the immune system, going right through to developing a vaccine to cure the disease and testing the vaccine in phase 1 and phase 2 trials, going right the way through to getting the vaccine to market.
Yeah, these two have the most immunogenicity anyway, in that one as well.
Yeah, and they're cheap.
Yeah.
So you guys have picked really good antigens here, especially given that cellulitis is spreading rapidly and it's also in developing countries, so you want a cheap vaccine.
We've been discussing how vaccines work and how people get infected with different diseases.
We've been developing a vaccine for a made-up disease, which has kind of slowly taken us through the whole process.
We went through all of the trials and the stages that you would go through with a real infectious disease. So we kind of got to see how it all works and how it would actually really happen, but we got to do it ourselves instead of just being told how it happens.
We've had incredibly good feedback about the workshop so far from the students who've taken part, and I think they've appreciated a number of things. One is the chance to just come out of school into a real environment where science is being done on a daily basis, and to see facilities like, for example, the lab.
Hi guys, this is a proper clinical practice lab in here, okay, and we're actually dealing with infectious substance and blood in here, so everyone has to be good. Cool, come on in.
It's very difficult for students to know what they want to do when they go to university, and it's really useful for them to come here and actually talk to people who have done medical degrees but maybe have gone on to work in a lab.
And that we make sure we get the best quality data out of each participant.
A lot of people have the idea that the only thing you can really do with a biomedical sciences degree is medicine. You can become a doctor, and that's about it. That's kind of the only career they know about. So they've also said that it's been incredibly useful to talk to people who are doing a range of different jobs and to find out some of the other opportunities that are available to them.
Well, it was recommended to me by my head of sixth form because I'm very interested in medicine. I have started the process of applying to do a degree in medicine, and after that I thought about going on to do a PhD, and therefore I wanted kind of an introduction to research.
I wanted to get an insight into lab research because I know I want to go into kind of biology type thing, but I don't know what kind of career.
Learning more has made me a lot more interested in medicine. I was really interested before, but I wasn't sure. I was thinking whether it was really for me, but actually I'm really interested in this.